within the next 8 minutes, I'm going to explain you why a lot of cold email outbound campaign fails and 7 mistakes people make when writing their cold emails. Now, before we get into all these details over here, I'll show you what the problem is right now and what the email looks like right now. So, these days, getting signals is very easy, and that's what a lot of people are relying on when sending their cold emails. But there's a problem with this. And the thing is, they will write an email that looks something like this. For example, a company is hiring SDR and they would write something like this. Hey, I saw you are hiring SDRs. We help companies like you train their sales team. Do you want to jump on a quick call? This is how you should not be writing cold emails. And I will dive into all the copywriting mistakes that this campaign over here have. So let's get started with it. So the first one is mistake number one is surface level signals. Like as I said, in this example, the signal was hiding new SDRs, and people rely on just that. They don't do anything else. I have developed a principle called iceberg principle, and I'll quickly show you what that means. So if you look at over here, hiding new SDR is something that you can see at the tip of the iceberg, and it's not only you that can see this. There are hundreds and thousands of other people that can see the exact same thing, and in the email that they are sending out, they will also mention the exact same thing. And there's a problem with that. What you got to do instead is you got to rely on things that nobody else can see. So in this case, yes, that company is hiring new SDRs, but what you can find out is there are three SDRs that have left in the last 6 months. Their job post mentioned research skills 3 times, and they are currently using outdated tools. Now you have more data than just hiring new SDRs. So you can combine these together and write an email that would be much more relevant and than saying something like this. The second mistake I see a lot of people are making is leading with their solutions. So what they do is they just lead with their solutions right away. And what I mean by that is, hey, I saw you do this, and then they pitch what they have. They will say things like, hey, we help companies do this, we help people like you do that. But that does not matter at the end of the day. What matters is what pain points are you helping them solve. So what you got to do is instead of leading with the solutions, you got to start focusing on their pain points and leading with those pain points. Number three is generic value propositions. And I have seen this happen a lot. So, what I mean by generic value propositions is people lead with something that might not even be relevant for the people you're reaching out to. So, for example, if your service is helping Fortune 500 companies, you cannot just go out to SMBs and say the exact same thing. Yes, you have worked with Fortune 500, but SMBs cannot relate with that value proposition. So you got to make sure that you tailor your value proposition to the type of companies you're reaching out to. Mistake number four that I see a lot of people making are asking for too much too soon. And what I mean is they go out and ask for marriage in their first date. So you never do that, right? But that's what a lot of people are doing in their cold emails. They write the email and ask for a 1 hour meeting, 30 minutes meeting. But think about it. Why would someone get on a call with a total stranger? It's like going out in the street and you ask someone to marry you right away. Nobody does that, right? So yeah, you should not be making this mistake in cold email. Mistake number five is the one and done approach. So people try to fit everything in one cold email that they send out. And this is funny to me because what they think is if they cannot include all those things in one email, people won't be interested in what they're selling. That's not how you do cold emails. Instead, what you got to do is you got to focus on one thing in one cold email. So you got to talk about pain points in that email. It could be a case study that you have brought for a company that is very similar to them. But you should not mix all these things in one email and make it like 2 pages long. That's not how you should be doing it. Mistake number six I see is no clear next step. So people write the best email in the world, but the readers don't know what to do next. And there's a huge problem with that because if someone comes to me with a good cold email, but they have not mentioned what I should do next, you you know what I would do? out to nothing, right? So that's what happens a lot of the time. They write the emails, but there is no clear next step. Or, as I said in like over here, mistake number four, what they are doing is they are asking for too much too soon, which is not going to do any good to them. And mistake number seven that I see a lot of people are making is ignoring timing and context. And I cannot stress about this enough, but if you go out to someone who does not need your product and write the best email in the world, nobody's going to reply back, and you think your copywriting is shit and you're not getting results. But that is not always the case. You got to make sure that you focus on the timing. And when I say timing, I'm not talking about specific time of the day, by the way. I'm talking about reasons why you might reach out to them. Maybe they have like three people left in the last 6 months and they're looking to hire new SDRs. Those are the timing, right? And most of the time, timing comes from combining multiple signals that you can see. And these signals, you have to dive deeper. You just cannot see it at the surface level. You have to dive deeper into this. And another one is context. It's the same over here as well for the context too. So you can, like, let's say a company has 100 SDRs and three of them have left in the last 6 months. That context might not be relevant because this sales manager might not even recall all those 100 people in their team, right? So you got to make sure you focus on these small contexts within your emails. Now when you fix these seven things, you write an email that gets your response. And getting back to our original email that I showed, I'll show you what the variant 2 looks like when you write an email by fixing all these seven things. So this variant A was focused on um, showing you the kind of mistakes people make. Now, when you have variant B, when you fix all the seven things, you could write variant B, and this is what it looks like. So you could see the difference for yourself. Yeah, I saw you are prioritizing research skills in SDR job posts. Most companies mention this because their reps spend 3+ hours daily on manual research instead of selling. What's showing you how this company cut their SDR research time by 80%? So look, this email right here follows all the principles that is over here. So they have multiple signals. They're leading with pain points. They're talking about not some generic value proposition, but about the specific companies that they have helped. They're not asking for too much too soon. And it's not one and done approach. This does not give out everything. They have clear next step. They are sending the case studies, and most importantly, they are focused on timing and context. They are not sending to any random people with SDRs in their team, but they are helping companies that have those specific problems and pain points right now. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I finished on time. I'll see you on the next one.